Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstones. Salutations to the Akim pushing his truth and sincerity and charity on the brother Elad. Responding to this video, which is an Army veteran, says that it was a blatant effing lie. And you have a veteran here that is speaking on her experience and what she went through. In this video, I'm not going to play it, but Lord willing, I'll leave the link in the response. But she mentioned basically the point of the video was to tell the viewers, do not join the U.S. military. And she mentioned that they use manipulation tactics on young minds in low-income neighborhoods to make them feel as though they have an opportunity of escape, and then they send them to war. So we're going to touch on some subjects in this video that the Spirit provoked me to want to speak on. Towards the end of the video, she said we're all soldiers just fighting different wars. As the interviewer asked her, do you feel like other veterans feel this way? And of course, it was yes. But you have scenarios where there are very, very disgruntled, I guess you could say disgruntled, very disturbed veterans that want to turn against the U.S. military. And that is the vibration of what it was going toward the end of the video. This is Isaiah 19:2. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And in the military, when you hit your fellow comrade, your fellow soldier, it is called fratricide, right? And I find it interesting that it says everyone against his brother, because it's going to be a lot of infighting. I believe that's the term, infighting in the U.S. Class wars, race wars, religious wars even. It's a lot of different belief systems here in the U.S. It's referred to as a melting pot. So it's a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of different mixture of people here in the U.S. And people are stepping on each other's toes, especially when the resources are getting low, when the green tree becomes the dry. It has to happen. But you have these movies coming out. There's a movie recently, I believe it was on Netflix. I had watched it a few weeks back, around the time it came out. And it was these ex-military that was very upset at their own government and did a T act. Certain things I can't say on here because they could take my video down, so I'm not going to say certain words. But they did a T act, a terrorist act, if you can understand what I'm saying. But this is what happens when you treat your own soldiers like garbage. Sirach 14:5, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. And this Sirach that I'm reading from chapter 14, verses 5-7, primarily is about Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. But you can attach this to his military. You can use this to his military. You can apply it there, because there are a lot of cases that come out about fratricide. And there's some, I remember it was either this lady, so-called Latino woman that was in the military, and she didn't make it back home. And I believe this happened on U.S. soil. So how much more abroad? There's cases when soldiers get mistreated. The military personnel get mistreated by their own brigades. So what good is coming to anything of that nature? Verse 6, there is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Yep. They show their true colors, especially in a situation like martial law. Give it time. But I want to touch on how this place is a melting pot, and that if I didn't say that previous in this video, and that's what causes things to be stirred up. Now, concerning the evil that the U.S. military does to other countries, and all of this stuff was touched in this video. Like this is inspired of which by this, because she touched on a lot of subjects in just a span of like 5 minutes and a half. Concerning the wickedness and evil that the U.S. military has done to other countries, this is Sirach 21:8. He that builded his house with other men's money is like one that gathered himself stones for the tomb of his burial. So when when the U.S. military sends missions to commandeer or acquire, right, which we understand is steal and is to steal, right, and their agenda of delivering democracy, they create a huge debt. Babylon, which is the U.S. of A., has a huge debt to pay for crimes against humanity, crimes against the other nations, for crimes against the true Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Indians, right? It has a great debt, a great debt to pay. Continuing on, it says, the congregation of wicked is like tow wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them. So America is going to burn. And justly so, and righteously so. It must be that. So it needs to be so for things to be right, for true justice to be in earth. But Lord willing, this was edifying. Put this link in the description, and like she said, do not join the military. Hopefully it was edifying. I'm the brother Yalad, giving all praises. Go ahead and see how Bashim Al Shai, Kwame Nasrallah, Abba Ball, Shalom.